Shout out to Bino TV. Thanks for having me. This is Joshua Meadows from PowerCircle. Let's get it. I'm the man himself. Twitter, Instagram. Holla at me.
We're here with Joshua Meadows. We have Bino TV, IRI affiliated. We're sitting there, we're doing something different, man. This is definitely something big, man, because Josh has this good movement with the rest of the guys, with the PowerCircle family, you know. So we're gonna be getting into this interview, and hopefully y'all love it, man.
I'm from originally from Boston. Grew up in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Went to URI, graduated from there. Spent a couple years there.
What did you major in over there?
I majored in communications, minored in English, African American history, and yeah, that's pretty much for that. And I met some great people out there, got to network and stuff, you know. So
that's a great thing, man. To be honest, because the networking, that's what more likely a lot of stuff generates from.
Absolutely.
It's from the networking that you get to throw your stuff out there and people get to meet you, and like I said, you're always networking, you're socializing with people. That's a great thing too, especially for your brand too, because the PowerCircle thing, like I said, I see it everywhere, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So like that's the things about it, man, that people, we're gonna be here. That's one thing we're gonna do, is we're gonna make sure that everybody knows exactly what it is about, and just in general.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. And just to piggyback off what you said, that networking is definitely what it is. It's everything. It's how you guys link together. It's how we link together, you know what I'm saying? And just getting to know people, and the more people you know, the more people know about what you're trying to do and the movement that you're trying to do. So that's what I really focus on, networking and trying to get to know as many people as possible, and just leaving a positive impact on their life when I leave, you know?
Yeah, that's a great thing though, because like the whole positive thing, I love it, man. Like the retweets.
Yeah, for real.
Everything, man. To be honest, man. Because like I said, man, like it could go from a simple retweet,
yeah,
but actually, like I said, it generates different things. Like never mind just a go follow RI affiliated.
Definitely.
It's just like, all right, if he messes with this, like, all right, this is what it's gonna be. Like everybody, like, all right, now we're gonna pay attention to it a little something, because like stuff like that goes a long way, though. To be honest.
Absolutely, man. You're right.
What's your work ethic like? What's your grind like?
Honestly, man, I honestly say I grind. At first, when I was up at URI, I had so many ideas, but I never took the initiative to even carry them out. You know, a lot of people have great ideas, but they don't go take the steps to make it happen, you know what I mean? So I would say that I lacked that in the beginning. At URI, I just had a whole bunch of ideas and bouncing them off other people's heads, and they're like, yo, that's a good idea, but me not carrying them out, your idea is no good if you don't carry it out, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just an idea. So after I left URI, I started picking up. I actually put something on my screensaver. I believe it was like a Bible verse or something like that, about basically just working hard and carrying out those steps, and the man that succeeds is gonna be the man that works the hardest, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I put that all together. I looked at it every single day, and every morning I'm just trying to do something to better PowerCircle every single day. So it's a constant grind, because it's something that you want to do. So
how long has PowerCircle been established?
I'll say PowerCircle's been established. Our 1 year anniversary was October 31st. It was actually on Halloween, our first event, and we broke out with the clothing and stuff. We actually collabed with Front Runners and also J-Tex on one of these events, and it was a great event. Like, there were PowerCircle shirts all over the party, you know what I mean?
When was this?
That was not last Halloween, but the Halloween before that. Yeah, exactly, yep.
All right. So
we kicked off with that, and people were looking around like, what's that? Like, you know, what's these power buttons on these shirts and stuff? So it was everywhere, you know what I mean? So that was us just breaking out. That was our debut. I linked up, met with Kazim. When I met with him, actually, I know I jumped the gun, but I want to make sure I shout them out, Latif and Kazim, you know. I had everything set up together already. I knew what I wanted to do, and I didn't want, before I incorporated anybody else, I wanted to make sure that everything was together.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you solidify it, and you make sure everything is put together.
Absolutely, you know how it goes.
Yeah.
So I came with him, I was like, yo, Zim, and this is just after we had throwing party for our birthday. We both had the same birthday. So I came to him, I was like, yo, how do you feel about this? I showed him the shirts, showed him this, he was like, yo, excuse me. He was like, yo, that shit's perfect. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a great idea, you know what I mean? So I was like, all right, yo, all I want you to do is just help me push it, you know what I'm saying? And make it yours, you know what I'm saying? So we're chasing the same goal. We're together, we're on the same page. So we started pushing that. It started to come together a little bit more. And then after we did a few events, I linked up with Teef, and he jumped aboard, and it was just great to have him. They both work hard, and they both, you know, you see the energy. You see Zim is a lovable guy, you know what I'm saying?
That's one thing, to be honest with you, and like them two guys, man, like I know they're well on board, to be honest, because Lateef, I don't know him personally, I've seen him a couple times, great dude. Zim, I talk to Zim regularly, like through Twitter, whenever I see him, it's all love, like, you know what I'm saying? So like I know them dudes is good dudes. So like you said though, especially for them just to jump on board and be with the program, it's not so much. It's a good thing. It's a good thing for you to even present them that, and they just jump on board with no problem.
Exactly, yeah.
What were your roadblocks before everything came into place for PowerCircle?
Yeah, that's a great question too. Honestly, man, just like you know, you guys is getting started up and everything, you're going through your roadblocks. It's like so many different type of roadblocks. I think that the biggest one would be friends and just people around you, you know what I mean? When you're doing stuff like this, like you said, like who do you want to mess with and who do you trust? And if you ask somebody to do this and ask somebody to do that, can it get done and this and that? And it's a lot of roadblocks that you go through. Another big one that you go through is venues in Rhode Island. You see how small Rhode Island is. It's hard to find another venue that is big enough too with that crowd, and not to toot our own horn. Like you've seen the party, so we bring a lot of people, so it's hard to find a venue or a new venue, you know, without leaving state, and that's a big problem here in Rhode Island. So that's why we want to branch off too. We got a network out of state next, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. I'll definitely say that's a big one.
When was it that you realized that PowerCircle was a success? Like when you knew like you was like your head, like I want to say like in many different ways, like I couldn't write it, but like when you knew like it was just a success, like you was like you cemented your you cemented
I'd say when I first there's like little just like there's roadblocks for the negative stuff, you know what I'm saying? There's different monuments for the positive stuff that happened, like different moments when I felt like, all right, wow, PowerCircle was really here. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying.
I'll say a few of them was what was it? Summer Jam was one of them. That's definitely one of them. I stood on stage and I'm just looking like, whoa. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to get to Summer Jam. I know this next question might be controversial. You don't have the answer.
Oh, man, bring it on, man.
Do you feel as though you're the best group out?
One of that's one of those questions they ask Kanye West and he goes crazy, you know what I'm saying? Nah, honestly, like I said before, I don't really try to focus on the other groups. I do pay attention to stuff that they're doing, but I try not to look at it as a competition thing, you know what I mean? And some people be like, bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course you do, but I really feel like I'm one of those guys, like, when people come together, if we all was to come together, it would be powerful.
Yeah.
How many times have you heard that? You know what I'm saying?
Not really.
Like, you know, you haven't heard it too much? Like people saying, oh, if these dudes came together, if everybody was to come together, we could be a force, or if everybody came and worked together, we can do this and do that. Like, I've heard it so many times, so that's why I did stuff like the Support RI event.
Yeah, which is
actually reaching out to each organization and bringing us together instead of us having this tension and feeling a certain way about each other because we are somewhat in each other's lanes sometimes, you know? Yeah. But bringing us together and doing that. So I wouldn't say, like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, there's a group, like you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to feel like you're the best at all times, but at the same token, it's not really about that. It's it's really about getting your job done and focusing on you, because none of these other groups or organizations have $1 million. You know what I'm saying? And it might be a little bit weird me saying that, but like none of them have $1 million, and that's $1 million is what I want. Yeah. I want to reach $1 million. You know what I'm saying? And I want to change as many lives as possible with it. You know what I'm saying? With what I have. So my competition is with those dudes that have $1 million now. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I want.